Have you ever looked in the mirror and thought, I feel young inside, but why does my hair make me look so tired, even older than I am? You're not alone. For women over 60, hair can either lift you up or quietly age you down. And the truth is, many of us are wearing the wrong haircut for the woman we've become. What if I told you there are 5 proven haircuts that can instantly soften your features, lift your face, add movement, and make you look up to 10 years younger, without changing who you are? These aren't trendy teenage styles. These are timeless, elegant cuts designed for real women. Women who want to feel confident, not invisible. You've earned every strand of wisdom in your hair. But as we age, hair changes. It gets thinner, flatter, maybe a little more silver, in that old go-to cut you've had for decades. It may no longer frame your face the way it once did. It's not your fault. Hair needs evolve, and so should your style. Here's the beautiful news. You don't need drastic makeovers or to chase youth. You just need a haircut that matches your vitality, not your birth year. I've spent years studying what works for real women over 60, from stylists who specialize in aging hair to confidence coaches and personal image experts. And in this video, I'll walk you through 5 flattering haircuts with real examples that bring out your natural beauty, minimize the signs of aging, and celebrate the woman you are today. Because after 60, your haircut should do more than just work. It should inspire. It should uplift. It should speak for you before you even say a word. Whether you love a sleek bob, crave soft layers, or want something bold and fresh, you'll find the perfect cut here. And stay with me until the end, because I'll also reveal 3 common haircut mistakes that can silently age you by a whole decade. Let's help you fall back in love with the woman in the mirror. Let's begin. 1. The soft layered bob. Let's start with a classic that has stood the test of time, but with a modern twist, the soft layered bob. This isn't your grandmother's bob, and it's not that severe flat on the head version that can age you instantly. This is the reimagined elegant bob, softened with gentle layers that move, bounce, and beautifully frame your face. Why is this haircut so powerful for women over 60? Because aging hair loses natural volume. It becomes limp, flat, or overly thin, especially around the crown and temples. The soft layered bob corrects that. Those subtle layers aren't just stylish. They create the illusion of fullness, even in finer hair. They add movement where hair used to fall flat. They bring lift to your cheeks, brightness to your jawline, and softness around the eyes. Another reason this haircut works so well, it adapts to your face. Round, oval, heart-shaped, or even square, the bob can be customized. Want to elongate your neck? Go just past the chin. Want to highlight your cheekbones? Ask your stylist for face framing layers that start right around the cheeks. And don't worry, this bob isn't high maintenance. It's one of the most forgiving styles. Blow dry it quickly with a round brush, or let it air dry and allow the layers to fall naturally. Add a light mousse or volumizing spray, and you've got a fresh, youthful look that moves with you. Here's something else I love. It embraces silver hair beautifully. If you've transitioned to gray or white, those layers catch the light and bring out natural dimension. If you still color your hair, this cut works just as well, especially with soft highlights or lowlights. And you know what I often hear from women who switch to this haircut? I didn't know I could look this refreshed. People keep asking me if I did something different, but they can't tell what. I finally feel like I'm aging with intention, not just fading. The soft, layered bob doesn't scream for attention. It whispers elegance. It doesn't try to make you look 30 again. It helps you look like the best version of yourself right now. So if your hair feels heavy, lifeless, or stuck in the same style since the 90s, consider the soft layered bob. It's timeless, flattering, and full of life, just like you. 2. The textured pixie. Now let's talk about a haircut that radiates confidence, freedom, and timeless edge. The textured pixie cut. Before you say, oh no, I could never pull that off, stay with me. This isn't about being daring just for the sake of it. This is about shedding the weight, literally and emotionally, of hairstyles that no longer reflect who you've become. The textured pixie is short, yes, but it's also feminine, flattering, and full of character. It brings out your cheekbones, lifts your eyes, elongates your neck, and showcases your natural bone structure, which, by the way, becomes even more striking as we age. But here's the real magic: the texture. This isn't a flat, boyish pixie from the past. This is a modern, softly feathered pixie. It's layered to add volume right where you need it, around the crown and top, while keeping the sides tapered and elegant. If you have thinning hair, you'll be surprised what this cut can do. Stylists often use strategic layering to create body, fullness, and movement in areas that have lost density. The result? A light, lifted style that makes you look instantly more alert, refreshed, and yes, younger. And here's what many women say after switching to a pixie: I finally feel like myself again. I stopped hiding behind my hair. I see a woman who's not afraid anymore. For decades, many of us believed longer hair was safer or more feminine. But the truth is, the pixie reveals your natural beauty instead of covering it up. It highlights your eyes, your smile, your presence. Daily maintenance? Surprisingly easy. A quick tousle with texturizing spray or a dab of pomade, and you're ready. You can go sleek and polished or playful and messy. It's your choice. And let's not forget, it looks stunning in silver or salt and pepper tones. Gray hair with a pixie becomes an accessory, like statement jewelry. It sparkles, it shines, it turns heads. So if you've ever looked in the mirror and thought, I want to feel lighter, freer, more me, the textured pixie might just be calling your name. Not because it makes you look 30, but because it makes you look fully alive. 3. Shoulder length with face framing layers. Maybe you're not ready to go short. Maybe your long hair feels like part of your identity. If that's you, here's good news. You don't have to chop it all off. You can refine your length with one of the most flattering cuts for women over 60, shoulder-length hair with face-framing layers. This haircut is often overlooked because it seems safe, but when done right, it's anything but basic. It's soft, structured, and graceful. The magic is in the layers. Instead of one-length hair that drags your features down, the layers are shaped to draw the eye upward, to your cheekbones, your jawline, your eyes. Think of it as sculpting with scissors. The outer shape still feels long enough to be feminine, but the internal shape is alive. These layers remove bulk where it weighs you down and add movement where you want it. The result? Your face looks lifted, your hair looks fuller, and you feel lighter. This cut works for medium, thick, or fine hair. It avoids that dreaded triangle shape, flat on top, puffy at the bottom. And if you've embraced your natural silver, even better. The layers catch the light, creating dimension and depth. Here's a truth. Too long hair after 60 can be aging. When it hangs past the shoulders with no structure, it can drag your face down. But when you cut it to shoulder length and add face framing layers, the effect reverses. It lifts, softens, and energizes without losing femininity. You can style this cut endlessly. Round brush for bounce, loose waves for elegance, or natural air dry with layers doing the work. Add curtain bangs or a deep side part for extra personality. This haircut isn't compromise. It's balance. Graceful, age-appropriate, and flattering, without ever feeling matronly. You're not chasing youth, you're elevating your presence. So if you're ready for a look that still feels soft, feminine, and truly you, but with more movement and life, the shoulder-length cut with face-framing layers might be just what you've been waiting for. 4. The modern blunt bob. Now let's talk about a haircut that exudes quiet confidence, timeless polish, and effortless strength. A style worn by icons, by women who lead not just with grace, but with presence. I'm talking about the classic blunt bob with a modern twist. This haircut is sleek, it's chic, it's clean. But today, it's also softer, more wearable, and far more flattering than its old-school version. The traditional blunt bob, cut sharply at the ends with no layers, was once seen as harsh and rigid. But today's modern blunt bob is customized, subtly barely undercut, curved under, or paired with a deep side part or asymmetrical edge. These touches add dimension, softness, and movement, especially for women over 60. Why does this haircut work so well as we age? Because structure equals elegance. As the years pass, many of us experience what stylists call visual collapse, when facial contours soften and features lose definition. A well-cut blunt bob restores that structure. It frames the jawline, defines the cheekbones, and gives your silhouette intention. It's like wearing a beautifully tailored blazer, only for your face. And here's the beauty of the modern version. It doesn't have to feel stiff or rigid. You can personalize it with a side part for drama, a rounded undercut to hug your neckline, feathered ends to soften your jawline, or even a bold fringe to make your eyes pop. Worried about maintenance? It's surprisingly simple. If cut well, it air dries beautifully. A quick blow dry with a flat brush is often all you need. Straight or slightly wavy hair shines in this style with almost no effort. And perhaps the best thing about this haircut is the silent message it carries. I know who I am. It doesn't try too hard. It doesn't hide. It's not overly trendy, but it still makes people look twice. That's the power of the blunt bob. If you're ready for a haircut that says, this is who I am now, not who I used to be, the modern blunt bob might be exactly what you need. It's not just timeless, it's ageless. 5. The soft shag with curtain bangs. Our final haircut may surprise you. It's playful, full of personality, and yet one of the most age-defying styles a woman over 60 can wear, when done right. I'm talking about the soft shag with curtain bangs. Now, before you picture the wild rock star shag of the 1970s, let me assure you this isn't that. The modern shag is lighter, graceful, and infinitely more flattering. It's full of soft, strategic layers that add movement and life without making you look like you're chasing youth. In fact, it does the opposite. It makes you look freer, more vibrant, more you. The magic starts with the layers. Aging hair often thins at the crown and temples. The soft shag boosts volume exactly where it's needed. The back is feathered or graduated to avoid that dreaded triangle shape, where hair goes flat on top and bulky at the bottom. And then, the feature that makes this cut so charming, curtain bangs. Soft, face-framing bangs that part gently in the middle and sweep toward the cheeks. Why are they so flattering? They frame the eyes, disguise forehead lines, visually lift the face and add softness without heaviness. They work beautifully on most face shapes, round, oval, or square, and blend seamlessly into the layers. Some women worry layered cuts or bangs might feel too youthful or high maintenance, but the modern shag is actually low fuss. The layers do most of the work. Let it air dry with a little mousse or add light waves with a flat iron if you want polish. Even the bangs grow out gracefully. No constant trims needed. But here's the real beauty of this haircut. It reflects your personality. Too often, women over 60 feel pressured into safe styles. But if you're spirited, playful, or adventurous, the soft shag says, I'm still here. I still have spark. And isn't that what beauty after 60 is all about? Not hiding your age, but expressing the vibrant woman you have become. The soft shag isn't rebellion, it's freedom. It's style with soul. For the right woman, it's more than just a haircut. It's a reintroduction. The 6 common haircut mistakes that age you. Before you book your next appointment, let's talk about mistakes, because even the most elegant women fall into these traps. Not out of neglect, but simply because no one told them the truth. Mistake 1, keeping the same haircut for decades. Holding on to the style you had 20 or 30 years ago might feel comforting, but it can freeze your look in time. What flattered you at 30 may not serve you at 60. Updating your haircut doesn't erase your past. It honors who you are now. Mistake 2, hair that's too heavy or long without layers. Long can be feminine, yes, but heavy, shapeless hair drags your face down, hides your neck, and overwhelms your natural glow. The fix? Long layers and face-framing pieces that restore lightness and flow. Mistake 3, sticking to one-length cuts. A blunt, one-length cut can look severe, flat, lifeless, and hard. Without movement, you lose softness. Instead, embrace texture and layers. Remember, movement equals youth. Mistake 4, ignoring the hairline and crown. Thinning often shows here first. A skilled stylist can disguise sparse areas with soft layers, bangs, or crown volume, lifting your whole look. Mistake 5, over-volumizing or over-texturizing. Yes, layers help, but too many choppy layers, teased crowns, or stiff hairspray styles scream dated. Aim for natural softness, effortless volume, and light movement. Mistake 6, forgetting that cut and color work together. Sometimes it's not the cut, but the wrong color that's aging you. Flat black, harsh tones, or boxed eyes can wash you out. The right highlights, lowlights, or even your natural silver can transform your style. The truth is, none of these mistakes are about beauty. They're about getting stuck. The most radiant women are the ones who keep evolving. Final woes, ask yourself honestly, is my haircut reflecting the strong, wise, graceful woman I've become? If not, maybe it's time, because you deserve to feel seen, not just by the world, but by the woman in the mirror. There's something powerful about reinvention, and often it begins with a haircut, not because hair is everything, but because it symbolizes something deeper. When you sit in that salon chair and say, I'm ready for something different, what you're really saying is, I'm done holding on to old versions of myself. I'm ready to show the world who I truly am now. This doesn't mean going extreme or chasing youth. It means choosing styles that honor your journey and reflect your future. Isn't limitation, it's liberation. So whether you choose a fresh beige bob, a textured pixie, a graceful shoulder length, or a playful shag, let your haircut be more than cosmetic. Let it be a celebration, a quiet revolution, a reminder that your best era isn't behind you, it's just beginning. And if today's video inspired you, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share it with a friend who deserves to feel radiant too. And in the comments, tell me, what haircut has transformed how you feel about yourself? I'd truly love to hear your story.